Hello, friend. Today I'm going to talk about the movie Death to the Pee Wee Squad, and I was really stoked to see this movie. I've been wanting to see it for easily over 15 years. Years ago, I bought 10 mini posters from Troma, and one of the posters was Death to the Pee Wee Squad. And the poster looked really cool, and I wanted to see it, but as far as I know, it was never released on VHS or DVD, and I was never able to see it, so in a way, it's kind of like Troma's Fantasia or something. It's their lost movie. And when I initially signed up for Troma Now, I requested on the Troma Now forum that they add Death to the Pee Wee Squad. And it was a new release this month. And so I was really excited to see it. I'm kind of had a shitty day today. I just been filled with a lot of hatred and anger and shit. And so I didn't know what else to do, so I poured myself one of my cocktails and put on the movie Death to the Pee Wee Squad. And it's a really neat movie. I really enjoyed it. It lived up to my expectations. Like I say, I've been waiting so long to see it. And I guess it was worth the wait. Kind of an odd movie because it's essentially a children's movie, but it's like also an exploitation movie. So it's about kids in New York. It kind of reminds me of Home Alone in a way, where these kids are they're in this loft in New York, and their dad wants to go on a date or something, and he decides to leave the kids alone without a babysitter. And they have this monkey called Nanas, which is like huge plot point throughout the movie. They're just constantly talking about this stuffed animal Nanas. It's a little monkey. And the kid's dad, it's a boy and a girl, and their dad is an inventor, and he's been working on this invention for 3 years. And there's like these gangsters, these mafia type people, and the mafia boss is offering $1 million to anybody who can get the invention, but they're also supposed to kill anybody else after the invention. And so the kids are just kind of playing at the house, and then the mafia people come in and they're like, "Oh, we have food for you," and they say, "Give it to the neighbor," and then they kill the neighbor, and then they break in, and the kids the older boy decides they should leave the loft, so they grab the invention and their little stuffed toy Nanas, and they're just walking through New York. And this is like 80s New York, where it's all shitty and looks like a war zone basically. And it's at night, as that gritty, I don't know, 16 millimeter look of nighttime on cheap film. And when I was watching this, I was thinking, man, I wish somebody would make a filter, like an app that could make a filter that gave you that like shitty 80s nighttime look. 'Cause I love it, and I love seeing shitty New York all run down. They're walking around. New York the first half looks like a fucking war zone. And then they go in all these like warehouses and a fun house, and There's like hookers on the street and fucking weirdo pervs and uh but like I say, it's a movie about kids. Kids are the main stars. And this could have been a kids movie, but it has language, it has some graphic language, it has like gore of like bullet holes and somebody getting attacked with an axe and like gore and violence. And I think in the 80s, like that was more accepted. You could make a kids movie that had exploitative aspects to it and still get away with it, but for whatever reason this movie was just buried by Troma, I guess. I enjoyed it. Like I say, it was pretty good. It's just fun seeing like rundown New York, and I guess it was in Soho is where it took place. And it's just like this adventure movie with these kids in New York, and all these different gangs are like fight. They're trying to find the kids, but they're also trying to fight each other to get the invention. And it was a really neat movie. Like I say, I've been wanting to see it for years. Finally saw it, so thank you so much, Troma Now. And Troma Now is only $4.99 a month. You can get it. You can watch it on your Roku. You can watch it on your phone, your Apple phone, or your Android phone. There's an app for it. And it's really worth subscribing to. They have a ton of movies on there. Every month they come out with like 2 or 3 new movies. There's one called My Bloody Banjo. I might watch that tonight, or I might wait. I don't know. I have a few beers in the fridge, so I might keep this party going. I don't know. But definitely subscribe to Troma Now. It's totally worth it. If you're a film fanatic, you'll see all kinds of independent art, and it's like the artists of tomorrow, you know what I mean? It's the up-and-coming artists. But watching this movie, I realized, fuck, man, a feature-length movie is long, and there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm shocked I've even made a couple feature-length movies. Last night I was writing a script about trying to express my hatred and all this, but man, a feature-length movie is fucking long, you know. Quite an accomplishment to make a feature-length movie. And this movie's weird, and then at the end it gets even more weird. I don't want to spoil it, but there's like a postscript that's just like super odd and out of place. This is a really fun movie though. Super rare, I'm sure. Only a handful of people have seen it. I looked it up on IMDb. There was barely any information. There was no trailer on YouTube. So it's really rare. I think it's from 1988. Really rad movie. Check it out. Definitely subscribe to Troma Now. And thanks for watching. Please comment. Please subscribe. All of that. Thanks.